Welcome back to the Discount Property Investor Podcast. Our mission is to share what we have learned from our experience and the experience of others to help you make more money investing like a pro. We want to teach you how to create wealth by investing in real estate the Discount Property Investor way. To jumpstart your real estate investing career, visit freewholesalecourse.com, the most complete free course on wholesaling real estate ever. Thanks for tuning in.
You asked, we answer. How to train your VA. Ooh, how to train your VA. There's so many things you could talk about with this. So broad question, guys. Let's make them more specific. So the question is, how do you train your VA? That is, it's kind of like saying, how do you train an employee? Well, it depends. What are you trying to train him to do?
What are you trying to train him to do?
What I suggest, let's do basics, is start a VA part-time with a few tasks.
Love it.
So I don't want to just say, hey, find me motivated seller leads and set appointments for me. That's too.
They have no idea about motivated sellers and how to get in touch with those people or market to them. Yes, you have to start at the basics.
So my suggestion,
love it,
is set them up with a phone line and let them start answering calls. And don't even start there. I would start recording your own calls before you hire the VA and put together a little sample or demo of some of the calls that you've answered. Then
have a communication platform. We use Slack. Also, you can use Podio, REI Black Book, RE Simply, whatever the CRM you choose. But have a central place to communicate, and then get a free Dropbox or Drive account. And that's really what you need. You're going to need a phone system. You're going to need a CRM of some sort. And you're going to need a place to store your files. Some CRMs will do that. We like to have a third party because it's just easy to share links and it's free. But Mike, you are absolutely correct. Start simple. Record yourself on the phone or do three-way calls with your VA and sellers, either inbound or outbound. And then very first, though, train them about your market. I would say that would be the first thing. Take a couple hours.
Even farther back is, if it's just somebody who's never worked in real estate before,
train them on real estate.
Train them on real estate. Train them what wholesaling is. Send them to the free wholesale course, guys. If you don't have another course,
love it. That's a great point.
Check out the free wholesale course. It's great. Hopefully, you guys, a lot of you probably got started there, or know people who've used it. So use the free wholesale course. Great tool. Shows them what wholesaling is.
Very basic.
Yeah, it takes an hour or 3 hours through.
Yep.
So again, that's going to set them up for what your objective is.
Yes.
Then, like we said, so you're going to send them the video links to your calls, or like Dave suggested, have them hop on the phone with you, listen to your calls. It's a great idea.
Yeah, but start simple, right? So teach them a little bit about real estate, and then teach them a little bit about your market, right? You want them to be able to be familiar with the market that you're investing in. And you may or may not live there. This could be a virtual thing. Doesn't matter. But understand your market, right? You should have them going in and looking at, what's selling in what neighborhoods, at what price, as well as how long those days are on market, so you can get an idea of what that market looks like. And then next, just add little bits and pieces to what they're doing to help you every day. So the way I like to look at it is, what do I want to do least? Well, that's the first thing I want to outsource. And when I hired our VA that we still have today and we love them, I didn't want to do follow-up calls because I was way too busy taking inbound calls. And follow-up is like 80% of this business, so it's super important. I didn't want to not do it. So I had him start doing that. Well, before you know it, he's answering the calls that are coming in too and doing follow-ups and just setting appointments for me. And then before you know it, he's using the CRM to send out or to add the properties to the website and send out the list. And I'm just kind of sitting here playing QB. So little pieces. One of the tools that we like to use is like Screencast-O-Matic because it's free up to, I think, 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And if you're making videos that are more than 10 minutes in training, it's not the best because you can have a library of a lot of little short ones that they can go reference. So there's other softwares to record yourself doing it, but that's it. So how to train your VA, just like you would train anyone else. Start simple with the basic things, teach them the basic things, and then slowly start to unload the things that you don't like to do to them. Make sure you're constantly recording all this so you can use it over and over again. And it also helps them go reference things. And that's basically it, guys. It's very simple.
One more point I would like to say is go back after a week, after 3 weeks, after 3 months,
and make sure they understand what the objective was and they're doing it correctly. That's another thing that's super, super important.
Because if they don't understand how to do it or why they're doing it from the get-go, it's going to be wrong the entire time. So yes, follow up with them.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're getting
have
feedback.
calls, video calls with Zoom or whatever free service you want to get to know them. Make a friend with that person too. You want them to feel excited about working with you. And dedicate time. Here's the thing, guys. This will take time in the beginning to train them, right? You are going to have to get off the phone with your sellers and not run an appointment or two because you're going to be occupied by training them. But that time that you spend training them will pay 10x later because now you can then go do other things. So one last tool would be Hubstaff. This is a great tool for a virtual assistant.
Can't believe we forgot about
I know, because it allows you to track what they're doing. It takes screenshots of their screen every 5 or 10 minutes. And after idle of so many minutes, it logs them off. It basically clocks them out. And we don't do this to, micromanage, but we want to be fair. If they want to work 20 hours a week, well, then we want to see what they're working on 20 hours a week. But it also helps us if they're focusing a lot of time on one thing that's not very valuable to us. It's not making us a lot of money. We can say, hey, instead of doing that, why don't you hop on the dialer or start texting some people or maybe make some follow-up calls so we can monitor them as well. And it also keeps track of their hours to make it easy to pay. You can even pay them that way. So Hubstaff will be a great tool that we would highly recommend. But that's it when it comes to training your VAs. Guys, you asked, we answered.
Thanks for listening to the Discount Property Investor Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to help us reach a wider audience. To jumpstart your real estate investing career, please visit freewholesalecourse.com, the most complete free course on wholesaling real estate ever. We would also appreciate it if you left us a review on iTunes or Stitcher. Thank you in advance for your support, and remember, you make your money when you buy, and you get paid when you sell. Now let's go build some wealth.